Know that boy. Who you rocking out with? What's your man? I'm like the 21st on the leaderboard.
Year.
Hey, what's what? Who you picking though, fo? Like who you picking? Game don't be on no weird shit. You gonna need at least a tier two though, gang. You gonna need at least a tier two, gang. You gonna need a tier two, fo. You should have picked tier two, fo. I was giving you the honors to pick tier two, gang. You ain't take it. This shit get this shit is Meek America, gang.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on
UB streaming Israeli.
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Now, here's Simons. And the slam dunk by Simons.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Play like this right in your face.
You know, Greg, with a combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs.
All five guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a
That's a
mistake.
soft ass white boy.
Here's Castle. And there's a whistle. It goes on Shaden Sharp. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Now here's Paul. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Denny Avdia picks one up.
Look at the toughness of Paul. So ready to fight for it inside.
And you think about the future of this great league. Certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And that one falls for Paul. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Now, here's Avdia.
That white boy get out, boy.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Here's Paul, and it's blocked.
Gang, let me show you something. This what these niggas do right here.
Sharp on the wing. This ball grabs the miss.
He not doing that. His ass is old as hell.
Barnes left side. Back to Sohan. Got a hand on it. Pass to Sharp. He takes it in. And then Sharp with the dunk.
This shit a dunk party. Hey, yesterday I had like 25 dunks on the nigga with this team, gang.
Vassell right side. All up top. Here's Barnes. Defended by Avdia.
So challenging trying to guard Paul, especially when he's
You got that to
spacing
Scoot
passes
come in the
through
game.
defense
Scoot
like that.
defense a little bit more better.
And Simons, here we go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert.
I should have glassed that bitch. On phone him, I should have glassed that bitch.
To the paint. Sohan. And the
Bro, I
dunk
should have
by
glassed
Sohan.
that bitch.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Now, here's Simons. Outside, Avdia.
Talk too much.
Here's Klingon. That shot is
I
off.
told you he a weak ass white boy, folks.
Lets a floater go. Paul
I
with the
told
bucket.
you he's soft as hell, for like, why the fuck is he that big, for game? For no reason.
Inside.
This supposed to be
Here's
baby
Klingon.
food, folks.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Here's Paul.
Yo-yo.
We ain't gonna really do nothing. Yo, Ray, what's the word? How you coming, man? Did you get that honey check?
Here in the first quarter. Here's Castle.
You
Avdia with the rebound.
Hell yeah, you know that.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Pass to Grant. Over Sohan. No good from Grant.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter.
been way too nice on this shit. Rolling on the floor laughing. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Say you way too nice on this shit.
Okay, bet and nah man, this might be done for.
Great inside position.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. And a great
Says too
assist
nice,
by
my boy.
Paul as that one goes in.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Simons. Sharp on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
No, it's just ridiculous. He is just...
Why there's no tourney in Canada man, loudly crying face.
There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Sohan. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. At the end
So you would be killing that Canadian tourney.
Of joy.
Trailblazers lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on
I
just...
definitely wouldn't, you know it.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Here's Wesley, and there's the drive.
Hey, you see this nigga right here with this afro with this double O nigga?
Giving it. I put on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this is...
That shit might be done for, I mean.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down.
Well, you know he'll come off the bench and give you.
Or is that something they got to
You know he'll come off the bench and get your ass 30 then.
The smack in the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down.
You know he'll come off the bench and get your ass 30.
Be careful with, because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
And Henderson throws it down hard.
And what a creative player this kid is. Henderson, so much fun to watch.
Well, put that nigga out the game, man. Ain't gonna lie to you.
David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding him.
PPL be quitting when I reach 70+ W/Shaq in the 3RD.
5 titles since 1999. Said the standards
70 in the third with
Very
Shaq.
direct,
Nasty
man,
ass
be
work.
fair, and love them. They got to know you care
All
about
the way.
them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect.
Where you going?
Here's Champagnie. It's 2-on-1 for the finish. And then Henderson with the dunk.
There's the basket.
You know what he gonna do, gang. I told you this. You should know this already.
For the score.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
That'll
I mean, shit, I would quit too if a player got the same point as my whole team. Loudly crying face.
sitting on mine. Apple.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
And here's Portland. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
I hit 90 or more 4Xs this SCN.
Henderson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Wesley. Takes it off the glass. Wesley's got 4 this
90, 91, 91 and 95.
Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
Barnes left side. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Ray, didn't you got a 99 one time?
Now here's Barnes. And Johnson now top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Henderson left
Yeah, last SCN.
on the wing. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
I see. Brother, you want to surgery. Those are from this SCN.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits.
Why you
but
do
it's
that,
no
gang?
good.
Why you ain't just let me knock that bitch?
Johnson left
Shit.
side. The 3 from Barnes. It's
Yes,
good with
yes.
the assist that time from Johnson. Barnes has got 5.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Pass to Murray.
I haven't played yet this season, so I forgot.
And the basket by Johnson.
You haven't played this season. Hold on, let me start playing for real, though. I can't just keep on doing this school shit. He on that shit now.
Henderson outside. Here's Walker. It's 47 seconds left now here in the second. And here is Grant over Barnes. Can't nail the jumper. Puts up a 3. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Henderson throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Barnes. 8 points for him. Here's Wesley. Murray with the defensive effort. And here's Henderson. And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot.
Hey, how did you like that quarter from school, boy?
Defenders with their work down low.
And so it's Scoot Henderson making highlights for the Trailblazers. He totaled 14
They got
points in the
14
quarter. He's
in
given
one
them
quarter.
all the offense they need right now. We come back right after this. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
And that nigga Sharp be dunking too.
Here's Paul.
He still wasn't doing that shit when he was 21.
Here's Barnes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He hits the second from the line.
Can't wait till DA comes back.
Simons with the ball.
I know, right? For this nigga clinging, soft as hell.
Outside, Avdia. Nifty move. And Sharp has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Sharp's got 7.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch.
At least, hey, look, Ray. At least give us Robert Williams, gang.
Ball goes in to the wing right side. Nobody near Barnes. Good and
Gotta get them 30/30 games again.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
he is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to talk some things over, might be.
What's up, Meek? How you feeling?
What up, Nate? Oh, everything in slow motion today, man.
A little over a minute gone.
See me on this shit kind of early.
Who won out of you and Ray Nave I left?
To the inside. Sohan.
Who won out of you and Ray?
Dunk by Sohan.
Oh, they was playing.
A shooter in motion and is
He did.
he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
I'll tell you, Richard, you watch Jeremy Sohan, he can really do it all.
Yeah, power forward by trade.
Sup, Naz, and I did.
Point guard at time. He's a great defender and a team player. He's the kind of guy you win with.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
It was tied when I left.
Here's Barnes. An easy 2 points on the layup. Barnes has got 6 in the quarter.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
They get it back. Here's Klingon. And he banks in the layup.
Stayed with it, and his effort is rewarded.
Ray nice with Giddy Poe. Yeah, then he untied it afterwards.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
More Vassell
Oh.
scores inside.
Face with tears of joy.
Mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
Naz he is.
And Simons has it in the corner. Klingon. And it's Klingon with the jam.
When he's on the floor,
Soft-ass white boy.
rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Sohan. Pass to Castle. Pocket 6 to the middle. Deflects the pass. And Simons, here we go. And the slam dunk by Simons.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Vassell outside.
12.
Here's Paul. Banked in off the glass. Paul's got 6 points.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Simons with the ball. And
An
now
only nice W/8, Gideon Shacklow.
Barnes grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Such a good facilitator. If your defense makes a mistake, Paul will find the open man.
Pass to Kamare. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Here's Sharp. Here's Klingon.
Gotta learn to use every player.
They finally get the bucket. He's got 8.
And this is where Klingon looks to score. The closer he is to the rim, the more aggressive he becomes.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Simons. He has 6. That one drops for him.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
From 10 feet out, and that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got 10 points here in the second half. Outside, Avdia. Back to Simons. Some solid D from Paul. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Portland out in front, up 2. And
43.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Portland leading. Henderson looking it over. Pass to Thibault. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock
Yeah,
down
he can
the
shoot,
shot.
boy.
No defender in sight.
Here's Champagnie to tie it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections. Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Henderson inside the 3-point line. San Antonio with the rebound. Pass to Duke. Driving in. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Ooh, that's clearly something he's going to have to work on. You have to convert on those easy opportunities around the rim.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Johnson outside. Up and in on the layup. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Showing he's more than just a shooter. Johnson inside.
Henderson outside. Down low. Here's Sharp. And he gets it to go. Sharp's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, exactly.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Duke. Pass to Mamu Kalashvili. Just 5 on the clock. And he comes up with the deuce.
I'm
And you
fuck
want him
on,
taking
bro.
big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Here is Klingon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Sometimes the best option is to foul Klingon and take your chances sending him to the line.
That one misses. So it's the Spurs now. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Here's Avdia. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs leading by 3. Here's Barnes. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You like to see... Castle creating opportunities for his team.
Outside, Simons. Pass to Sharp. Launches it. Rebound by Sohan.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
The kick out to Barnes. Off target from 3-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Klingon. Rebound San Antonio.
Soft ass white boy, folks.
Pass to Paul. Here's Castle. To the paint. Here's Sohan. And Klingon pulls it down. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Big time basket there on the inside.
The triple-double make me look good using Giddy Low.
He's not going to let this game get away from them. He's going to get to the bucket and get them points.
Ball right side. Vassell outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A 3 from Barnes. And Klingon pulls it down. And Portland with the ball. Avdia. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's
Yes! What a shot by Vassell. That man is a competitor.
inside. Here's Avdia. Portland moving the ball. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And how about the poise from the rookie? Klingon with a crucial basket.
Al Paul. Barnes the screen. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And regulation now.
I'm about to put his ass out the game. I got something for that shit. I got something for you. Don't worry about it.
Quick break, then get you back.
He about to go out the game after that game. I ain't gonna lie. I see what you doing there.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And here is Paul. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling.
I ain't putting in school none of that shit. I ain't putting in no little boys. Ain't no little boys coming up in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. No little boys.
And he wants to see some changes out there.
Boy, had the only little boy on the court.
Right
So now.
And the Spurs with possession. Paul looking around. It's deflected.
And with every swat, Clingan is earning a reputation as a shot blocker.
Paul can't get that one to fall. So it's Portland now. Sharp with it. Here's the screen. Pass to Clingan to take the lead. Rebound by Sochan.
He's a soft ass white boy, bro. If I had Aiden in the game, bro, this shit would have been over with.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
To the inside. And the basket by Vassell. Vassell's got the first basket here in overtime for San Antonio. To the middle. Here's Kamara. Nice defense by Vassell.
Swinging is so fucking trash, bro. I hate this nigga, folks.
And with the screen inside. The kick out to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Portland grabs the miss. Sharp on the wing. Grant up top. Back to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
Here's Sochan. Yes! Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
Here's Sharp. Pass to Kamara. Grant, right side. Now, here's Sharp. Outside, Avdia. Here's Kamara. It drops. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Icons all fucked up and shit, man.
It takes a lot to bother him at the rim like that.
Now Paul. Over to the left wing. Here's Sochan. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line. Denny Avdia picks one up.
And that's really just smart basketball. You send a poor foul shooter to the line.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one.
Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
So both teams making some changes here. And here is Paul. Here's Castle. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close.
That nigga Clinging is probably the weakest nigga on his team. For how the fuck is you that big, bro? Like, what the fuck is your attributes, gang? Like, what is your close shot, folks? Like, what do you do? How the fuck is you that big with a 60 close shot, folks, and a 58 driving layup, folks? How? How the fuck you got an 80 overall with that shit, bro? Like, what is you in real life on the court doing, folks? Blocks? Yeah, that shit, folks. You 7'2", gonna stop that
So
hand.
instead of going for the three, he gone send people backdoor.
Yeah, you see what he was doing? You saw what the
People
fuck
have
was.
low IQ.
You see what was going on, folks. That foul on Sohan though, this was a good ass foul, bro. That's what won us the game. I thought he wanted that bitch though. Phone them. They bogus as hell for giving him that animation though. Like I'm not right there. I'm not right there. That nigga just going for that shit, right? Like, why is he even attempting that shit, bro? Why is he even doing that? Why is he attempting that dunk, bro? Why is he attempting that shit? His nigga right there and my nigga right there, for why is he attempting that shit? They know that shit was bullshit if they would let him did that shit. And this nigga, bro, he did it. He did that shit. He jammed his ass. That's what he do. Sohan on the other hand, that nigga don't do that. That's what this nigga do, gang. On phone now. Dunk on his baby ass to win the game. But could I see what he did at the end though? I can't fast forward it that long. I think Harrison Barnes had 20 on my weak ass. Sohan. Yeah, though, folks. I ain't fucking with that clinging shit, for that shit garbage, for he is a weak ass nigga, folks. Well, I got to go see his attributes. I know his shit probably dropped because he was having a bad game. Like, a C plus inside game. Like, what the fuck, game? C plus inside, folks. That shit is horrible. 60 layup, folks. 67 close shot, game. Like, what the fuck, bro? You 7'2", gang. 280 pounds. How the fuck do you have a better three-pointer than a fucking close shot, gang? At 7'2", gang. How, bro? Like, how, bro? Like, make the logic behind that shit is sad as hell. If he really playing like that in real life, gang, that gotta be some 2K shit, gang.
Oh shit, get your popcorn. This should be good.
Hey, what, this nigga nice or something, y'all? Let me know something. Is he nice?
Just saying, cause the accolades.
Go put in the refrigerator or something.
Never played him, he got a nice record.
Oh, he got a nice record.
We'll see the Indiana Pacers.
No, that shit don't be about nothing for real, gang.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here's the pick. And it's Mitchell penetrating. And Mitchell with the slam.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
One thing about the
We're gonna expose him.
It is incredible.
What the hell, he birding?
How infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Shot clock at 6. There's Nesmith with the 3. Mitchell grabs a miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Inside. Here's Mobley. Unable to
I
get
tried to call the time out.
Excellent.
Saw that shit, clamped that shit up.
There's Nesmith with the 3. Down it
Yeah,
goes. And a
I
great
couldn't see.
assist by Halliburton.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Mitchell. Shot is up. Pass to Jerome. Halliburton outside.
Please start looking before you go across the screen. You just walk.
Siakam the screen. Halliburton goes. Turner for 3. Another 3 for Indiana.
I'll tell you, for a big man with his length, Miles Turner shoots it well from deep. This guy outstanding is spacing the floor.
Now here's Hunter. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. And here comes Cleveland. 4-point game. Mitchell. The rebound by Turner. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. Now here's Halliburton. Going inside. Soft touch off the glass.
As I'm missing what I'm missing, though, for with Donovan Mitchell, man.
Big-time finish on the drive.
The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
And it's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range. And then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
A moment to hear from...
It's almost like you gotta get your misses out the way early so you can make them later days 2K.
Said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But, Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
This is what makes Siakam special, right? The big man that can put it on the deck and get past you. What a pretty dribble drive.
Here's Mitchell. Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
That'll be to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Outside Neesmith. Here's Halliburton. Back to Neesmith. Pass to Turner. Now here's Halliburton. There's the three. Mobley grabs the board. We've got 1:13 left in the first. Jerome on the wing. No good from outside.
And you
I know
never
it's shot
want to
now.
give a
Cool.
shooter like him a clean look.
Now Turner. Let's go with a three. Mobley grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Outside Mitchell. A shot from the high post. Pacers with a rebound.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. All right, Doris, where do you think Halliburton ranks among the NBA's best?
They selling foe.
They is selling, my boy.
Number one, his vision is absolutely tremendous. He can create on the fly. As importantly to me, it's his spirit and presence, the joy he brings to the
Can't get the pass through, bro.
uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
That's just perfect execution. Nice job hustling, and as a result, he gets rewarded with the bucket.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Okeke. Left side Garland. What a play! He drains it
About to
at
go,
the
man.
buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
Nice.
And for those of you
They
just
had to let
tuning
me
in,
make some
second
shit.
quarter action is where we are. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pacers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Pacers leading by 4. Outside Mathurin. He takes it in. Pass to Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And here's Turner from the arc. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They'll pin that one on Jared Allen.
Well, Miles Turner has a lot of value in today's NBA. This guy's got length, athleticism, excellent shot blocker. He can space the floor with the ability to make those jumpers.
And Doris, Cleveland looking to balance their roster, trying to make sure the pieces fit.
And that's been the concern, right, BA? Because there's been some positional overlap, particularly in the front court. And this is where roster construction truly matters in the league.
Never mind, he got no skill. He tried to force the mismatch.
I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Indiana making a switch here. Now Garland. To the middle. Releases. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Well, how about the touch inside from Jared Allen? This guy has got such length and mobility. You add that touch and look out, folks. He's going to be tremendous.
Now here's Mathurin. Turner with it. The shot, no good. Allen, left side. To the left side wing. Outside Strus. Pass to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Allen a screen. Shoots. Good as the jump shot falls. Mitchell's got 10.
Donovan Mitchell is a natural-born scorer, folks. So much in his bag.
On the wing, Mathurin. No made baskets yet. On the take. And he slams it in one-handed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And the shot is good by Garland. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Doris, do you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Out of bounds, Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Pass to Mathurin. 5 on the clock. Back to Bryant. Mathurin with the ball. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris. So agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future. Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
Now here's Halliburton. 6 points for him. Uncovered. Oh, nice shot by Bryant. Bryant's got his first points of the game.
Well, Halliburton can be so clever with the basketball, helps yet another teammate take advantage of an opening.
Mobley outside. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell on the lookout. Spider Mitchell putting on a show.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. So it'll be 2 free throws. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that.
Wade had a quick shot and good perimeter D2 foe.
And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
Say that then.
Just to let you know.
And we'll have
They make a lot of substitutions up on this team, though, so they make a lot of subs.
Maybe alter some of the game plan. Indiana leading. There's a screen by Toppin. And Siakam, here we go. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Mobley, left side. And Mobley throws it down.
The ease with which once the game comes to Evan Mobley, my goodness, it's fun watching this guy play above the rim.
Back to Toppin. There's a screen. Drives to the hoop. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive.
I hate people that just spam screen.
And it's Mitchell penetrating. Hot off the drive. Mitchell.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Toppin. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. And the Pacers lead by 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Mitchell with the slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for the Cavaliers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Indiana on offense. Halliburton outside. Tyrese playing big in the painted area.
Yeah, great work on the interior. Halliburton, easy work inside.
Left side Mitchell. The three from Okoro. The rebound by Nembhard. That's tipped. Okoro with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Here's Jerome. Knocks down the triple. Jerome's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Boy, good heads-up basketball from Isaac Okoro. He spots a ready shooter and gets him the basketball.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Donovan Mitchell wears number
Shit I
45
can do
because
about
that
that
was
shit,
Michael
folks.
Jordan's number when he played baseball. Mitchell's father was a pro player, and Donovan said, baseball was my sport. I had my mind made up. I wanted to make the majors, but in high school, a broken wrist on the diamond caused his focus to shift. Brian, I'd say it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so. Thanks, Allie. And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle prodded them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
And there it is for him. Mobley's got 5.
Okoro another X factor on this team. He should be able to reach another LVL. He already has defense.
Right side, Nesmith.
Yeah, he should.
Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. Pass to Turner. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers
So
pull
I'm
it
glad.
in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Okoro with the ball, picked up by Nesmith. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Okoro, the defensive effort. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And Mobley throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
They let him run right past,
You
man.
have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Oh,
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Here's Halliburton. The finish inside from Halliburton.
They just let this nigga run and lay up,
from a
folks.
tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Okoro outside. Here's the three.
What's up, Lee?
Indiana with a rebound. Halliburton right side. Outside Neesmith. Pass to Turner. Gets the three to fall.
That shit.
Turner's got 8.
Bones.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Here's Mitchell. And Mitchell with the slam. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
Here's Halliburton. Shot clock at 5. Here's Siakam. And Siakam with the slam.
6'9" with excellent elevation. No trouble at the cup for Siakam.
Pass to Jerome. Now Mobley. And here's Hunter for 3. Fires in the triple. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Halliburton right side. That'll count. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Cavaliers ahead.
The Pacers, 41.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Garland. Pass to Allen. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
Lost brother.
And here's Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. And he goes right over Donovan Mitchell and slams it down.
Well, the athletic ability of Pascal Siakam with a little sauce there.
On the wing, Mitchell. Hunter on the wing. There's Neesmith with a 3. Sends it home from three-point land. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Mobley, no good. Indiana leading. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Here's Halliburton. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Down low. Okoro. An easy two on the layup.
Wow, that's a nice burst of power from Okoro. Use your muscles to get past that contact.
Here's Halliburton. Driving inside. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
To the inside. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's decided... It's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Jerome. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. From deep, Mitchell drills it from deep. Mitchell's got 27.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
There's Nesmith with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Okoro outside. Back to Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Pass to Jerome. Inside. Here's Okoro. That shot off the mark. Siakam with the defensive effort. Out of bounds. It'll be Cavaliers ball.
Wow, what a time for a turnover.
Hit that shit. All you want to do is run on with this nigga. What the Halliburton? All you want to do is run on what the Halliburton, man. What the fuck?
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The lead is 2. Pass to Jerome. Knocked away. Back to Mitchell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Mobley down low. And Mobley throws it down.
I'll tell you, important moment for Evan Mobley. Meeting the moment with a big shot. That's big time.
Takes a step back. Nembhard outside. Back to Halliburton. Here's Halliburton on the take.
Go.
Grabs the board. Cleveland leading by 4. Now here's Mitchell. There's the drive. And Mitchell
That's game.
There are guys who live for these moments. Donovan Mitchell in the house.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. He's rebounded by Okoro.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
There's 39 seconds left in the final quarter. Now Mitchell. Pulls it from the top of the key.
On Foden.
So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 6. Halliburton with the ball. 3-pointer. Another miss by Halliburton. Oh my goodness!
That 31 for Mitchell for that nigga. Mitchell was just killing their ass. Hey boy, welcome to Meek America, boy.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get it
Welcome to Meek America, man.
really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
GG, man.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for
GG,
now.
man. Hey, keep that L. That man Mitchell only missed 4 shots. Okay.
I won't say he good, but he not bad either.
You know, if I had a team like the Rockets game, the game wouldn't even been close if I had like the team like the Rockets. All he doing was hunting the mismatch the whole game, bro. Like everything was mismatched. Like he wasn't cooking none of that. Like he wasn't cooking. Like everything mismatched, game mismatched. Everything mismatched. He ain't got no defense though. I was just, I mean, Mitch was going crazy. Like he going up with this shit because he know this nigga Jerome can't guard him, folks. Like he going up with that shit because he know that this shit mismatched. That was a nice shot right there. He wasn't expecting this shit. I knew he wasn't gonna expect that shit. He was not expecting that shit. Look how open this nigga is, folks. Like, look how open that shit is. You know, in 2K, they'll get him a contest for that shit. You know, in 2K, the contest system so fucked up. They'll get him a contest for that. That's what fucked them up, though. Like, after this, it was over with after that 3. Niggas don't leave this nigga open for 3, though. This nigga actually got a shot.
You hit one with Hunter, it was huge.
Said I hit one with Hunter that was huge. I think I did hit one with his ass. I hit one with Hunter Mitchell and I hit one with that nigga Jerome. I shot one with a Kuru, but shit, I know I fucked that shot up. I thought I released that shit. I flicked up too early. What you got, brother? Sammy Sosa. Sammy Sosa is white. Chief Keef is black. Bro, I don't be losing to Detroit with the Pistons. I mean with the Wizards though. For some reason, I do not be losing to them niggas with them. I ain't gonna lie though, the sweats on this shit today though. On my own. Hey, these uniforms kind of look alike. These two. Or is it just me? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do the old Gilbert Arenas in them jerseys. The Gilbert jerseys on photo.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So the Wizards will get the first possession. It's Middleton on the wing. To the middle. Here's George. Here's Sarr. And that one's drained from the low block. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah. This should be a battle on the baseline.
That's
Great
it.
to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
Yeah, what a ferocious drive by Smart. Taking it straight to them and getting fouled.
Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span. So hard to envision that happening anytime soon. You got a long way to go.
Here's Sarr, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
The Frenchman.
Know that shit out of your bag, boy.
Taking flight. You gotta like Sarr.
That was a steal.
Tipped away.
Be my steal.
Pass to Cunningham. Smart grabs a miss.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Basket's good.
Those are two tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Now here's Cunningham. Out to Harris. Can they get it? Hits the trifecta.
Why that nigga just sitting right there? Why they helping?
You have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Poole with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Middleton. And Washington again with the bucket.
Tough to contest when a guy that size can get the shot off that quickly. Middleton with a nice quick release.
Thompson, no good. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. He is aware of the amount of disruption that Marcus Smart can bring to an offense. He said you can't attack him in pick and rolls and go at him in ISO, so we'll have to keep his assignment moving and run him ragged when he's on defense. Sounds like it'll be a busy day for Smart. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Duren, and he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
George outside. Poole with the ball. Spins. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Here's Middleton. Detroit with a rebound.
Tried to step that bitch back.
Well, Brent, the 23-24 Pistons tied an NBA record by losing 23 straight. One bright spot, however, was Jalen Duren.
Well, the bright spot would be that you wouldn't mention that again. So let's just forget about that and put it behind us. But Jalen Duren did have some moments. He averaged a double-double that season at just 20 years of age. So sky is still the limit
saw that
for
nigga
this
vote.
young, big, physical player.
That nigga did some weird shit. 2K ass
Following
shit.
the score by Washington. Tries the spin move. Hardaway converts after the nice spin.
Tim Hardaway Jr. with the ball on the floor there. Very decisive to get in there on that move.
And here's Poole. Kicks it out to Middleton. Pass to Sarr. The shake. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Cunningham. Second shot opportunity. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
You gotta have poise and you gotta have body control, and Cunningham displayed both on that play.
The kick out to Poole. Takes a 3. Duren with a rebound. Pistons trail by 4. Kicks it out to Hardaway. The 3-ball. Rebound by Middleton. And Washington with possession. Here's Smart. Shots blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And Washington will go for a different look here. Carrington gets the 3 to fall.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
To the paint. Duren. And Holmes with the block.
Well, Holmes sees that shot coming and says, goodbye.
The kick out to Johnson. From outside the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to
Kind
start
of nice
the game.
with the Wizards, though.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder.
I'm nice with them, but I did not like their ass at first.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients.
Of course.
One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's Washington ending the quarter up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Washington.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And here's Cunningham outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
Detroit shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That free throw no good. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Here's Carrington. And again, Washington with a triple.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is giving.
Cunningham looking it over. Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Ooh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
And here's George. Outside Johnson. Here's Champagnie. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times, or he will bury you.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Ooh, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Hardaway.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Here's Carrington. He's got 6.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Pass to Durant. Harris with it, covered by Johnson. Here's Durant. Out to Thompson. Durant with the bucket. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
It's Middleton on the wing. Washington again can't hit. Pistons trail by 8. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
B.A., I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Middleton outside. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul of the game. Washington leading by 8. Here's Poole. Kicks it out to Smart. Fires the 3. And Smart nails the triple.
Getting the ball and taking his shot, Smart makes it look almost effortless.
Shot's good by Schroeder.
And I absolutely love the attack mentality, even with the bigger defender on him.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Pass to Sarr. .55 seconds left in the second period. Smart for 3. The rebound by Detroit.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
They set the pick to the inside. Holland. It's good off the glass.
Textbook pick and roll, great execution, and a slick pass from the German point guard.
Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Well, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances. And sometimes it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, B.A., it is spectacular.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Well, he's a dangerous outside shooter. Middleton is someone you got to chase off that three-point line.
Here's Fontecchio. Off target with the 3. Here's Middleton. And a nice finish on the layup. Middleton's got 9 points.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Up in time. And so it's the Washington Wizards up 14 as we wrap up the quarter, building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pistons trail up by 14. Outside Schroeder. The rebound by the Wizards.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Back to Poole. Kicks it out to Smart. Jacks up a three. Nails it from three. He's got 7.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Ray, what's the word, my boy?
Poole for 3. And the Wizards with another 3.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Middleton from the outside. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Beasley for 3. Here's Holland. Lays it up and banks it in.
I tried to box him out for him, bro. You ran like past the game. I knew you go get that shit.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Simone Fontecchio, a name
Chillin' and I hate the dunk meter SMH.
Actually, his teammates nicknamed him Tech. He said, when I first got to the NBA, they started calling me that, and I was like, guys, I don't like it. No one's ever called me that, but then it stuck to me.
So you like the dunk meter?
Yeah, now you have to like it. All right, great story, Allie. Here's Fontecchio.
That motherfucker is ass a little bit.
Dunk to finish it off.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction.
Yeah, man. Neutral face, expressionless face.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Wizards. George outside. Ooh, lands soft.
I'm wide open yesterday. Who I went to the paint with, I think I had now. I was turning on the peg, breakaway dunk. I used the dunk meter. That shit missed. I'm pretty sure I timed that shit good.
Tried to pull off another shot.
I feel like shit. If you wide open and you time that shit right, no matter the person badges and ratings, bro, that shit should go in.
Attack from 3-point range.
Someone went 14-28W/amen from 3 on me low.
And here's Schroeder outside.
What the fuck? 14 for 28.
Washington leading by 19. A minute 58 left in the third. Pass to Middleton.
It was a nigga, he what's the name? He from bro, he 4-point play my ass with that nigga. He hit like 3 threes from that game.
And that's what Middleton is known for, a remarkable outside shooter, and that release got off pretty quick.
Here's Schroeder. And that time also a missed shot. Middleton up top. He's got 15. And Washington again with the bucket.
Great signs to see Chris Middleton have this kind of offensive output.
And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Shit's crazy.
Did they improve his 3-point rating or some shit?
And as Chris Middleton has gotten older, Brent, he's had to battle a number of injuries.
And no doubt this is what happens to an aging
Tell me something
player.
I don't know yet.
Middleton, they seem to just be compounding.
That's cheating.
The squad that he plays with is just how reliable and important he's been in the biggest.
Yeah, 80.
Oh, he got an 83-pointer? Damn, I did not know that shit. You know, we 12 for 18 for a 3-point.
So
Oh, 70.
Them confidence. He needs to find it back in his own body.
80 is insane.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's Thompson. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Brent, two of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Ausar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Ausar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Johnson on the wing. Pass to Champagnie. Just 5 on the clock. They get it again. The kick out to Poole. Down low. Tries again.
My bad.
Holmes, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Thompson.
Wow, good.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 6.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Pass to Holmes. Throws it up high. Duren with a
I
rebound.
didn't think he was gonna catch that bitch.
For 3, Hardaway. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
And it's white. They had to let him get that shit.
Way to close the quarter.
Just off the strength, I've been hitting hella threes.
Shot, always a feel-good moment.
I ain't gonna lie, when I pick these Wizards, though, I always hit hella threes with these niggas.
Time is running out for this game to become competitive.
Like, these niggas can really shoot for real.
Wizards leading by 22. Here's Carrington. Pass to Jones. Now Holmes. To the left wing. Here's Champagnie. Over Harris. Champagnie shot is off. Inside.
I dare to shoot nothing but threes with the Celtics low.
It's hauled in by Carrington. And it's Washington with the ball.
Dare you asterisk.
To the left side wing. Here's Champagnie. Over to the left wing. Stolen by Thompson. And here's Cunningham outside. That one no good. Now the Wizards in transition. Here's Jones. Duren with the rebound. Harris outside. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. To the paint. Buries it down
that was
low.
supposed to have been an oop.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Middleton outside. Pulls it from the top of the key. The rebound by Detroit.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Pass to Cunningham. There's the triple. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Now, Tobias has a good frame and has good strength. I like to see him go in there and put it to good use on the offensive glass.
And stolen by Cunningham. Looking to get it going. And the shot goes in.
He just takes advantage of the D in a
This
way
nigga trying
that
to
very
come
few
back.
players playing today can do.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Carrington. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Carrington. 6 on the shot clock. Got it off in time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. Pistons trail by 18. For 3, here's Harris. And Holmes pulls it down.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game. The Wizards making a switch here. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Middleton. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Middleton's got 10 points in just the second half. Here's Cunningham. Pass to Hardaway. Harris outside. Off target from outside. Wizards leading by 20. George with it. From downtown. He buries it from 3.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
And here's Harris outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Wizards.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Chris Middleton.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Launches it. Rebound Detroit. Harris with it. Poole picks him up. Pass to Cunningham. Kicks it out to Hardaway. For 3, here's Harris. Nails it from beyond the arc. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Middleton outside. And another miss by Washington. For 3, here's Harris. Rebound by Middleton. It's Poole on the wing. Thompson pulls it in. So we see the Wizards taking the W here to walk into enemy territory.
He tried to play in that fourth quarter. I ain't gonna lie, he was playing. He was playing up in that fourth a little bit. I got one more game for now. Oh no. Match up with me, gang. Bro, you want to get Shaq, bro? I don't. I don't. You right. I don't. You go get Shaq and shit. Fuck wrong with you. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. You got Shaq? Are you serious? For Spurs? That's a fucking lie. I don't get no fuck game. Shaq is Shaq. Shaq is Shaq, nigga. Shaq is Shaq, nigga.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. It's the Los Angeles Clippers taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. Here's Van Exel. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Ori. Here's Van Exel. 5 to shoot. There's the three. The rebound by McAdoo.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And it's Maggette missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with the Lakers head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George.
I thought Focus said Shaq is Shaq, nigga.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And the Clippers have possession following the score by Los Angeles. The three. The Lakers with a rebound. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Van Exel. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Pass to O'Neal. Goes up. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Pounding it inside early and often. Setting
Shaq ain't that good, though, huh?
Here's Harper. Here's McAdoo. Here's Harper. To the middle. And he dunks it.
So I really should have picked Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the Bucks.
Right where it needed to be.
To the inside. O'Neal. The rebound by McAdoo. The Clippers trail. First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. That puts him in the lead.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Outside Jones. From downtown. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
George outside. Fires the three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Such a pure scorer. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
Here's Van Exel. Pass to O'Neal. Banked it in off the glass. O'Neal's got 6.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
To the paint. And he goes in for the dunk.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Now here's O'Neal. Pass to Fox. Here's Van Exel. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. The rebound by Ori. The Lakers trail. On the wing, Jones. O'Neal inside. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Maggette. Here's McAdoo. Back to Leonard. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Maggette. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Down low. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Here's O'Neal. And that's not going to go. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back with these. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. Trailing by 2. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Bryant outside. Pass to Van Exel. 5 on the clock. Lets a floater go. And he makes it. Bryant's got his first 2 points. It's George on the wing. To the wing on the left. Maggette. They get the rebound. Nice shot by George. George has got 5 points.
You're usually not a huge presence on the offensive glass, but George attacks this time.
Outside Jones. Here's the pick. On the wing, Bryant. Fires from the line. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days. Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Inside. Leonard with a double team. Some room here for Jones. Releases from the wing and drills it.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
Leonard, a threat from deep.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
Pass to Blunt. Here's Van Exel. Jones with the ball. Bryant outside. The baseline J. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. In transition, here come the Clippers. And he's going for the lob. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And communication made that play. Leonard just reads his teammate and knows exactly where to be for the alley-oop. And great job to establish position and square up.
Clippers substitution, number 42, Elton Brand.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Harper. Out to Leonard. Top of the key. Again, the Clippers score.
And just continuing to pile it on. Leonard is such a ruthless player.
Here's Jones. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here. That's good from Jones.
First team foul.
Jones hits them both. And so here are the Clippers. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. And that one's good. McAdoo.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Pass to Brand. Here's Free. Here's Harper. And he makes it on the layup. Harper's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:10 left to play in the second quarter. The Clippers lead by 11. Here's Harper. Pass to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Oh, Leonard right through the defender.
Inside, Leonard has so many go-to moves. He knows how to get by into a shot.
And here's Bryant. On the wing, Bryant. Here's Fisher. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Picked it. Bryant outside. That's tipped. And here comes the break. And he lobs it up. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Lakers.
What is going on right now?
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers, Corey Maggette.
The Lakers with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Barry. 2 on the clock. No luck on that one. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Los Angeles.
I wasn't even eyeballing gang. I was just making substitutions, folks.
With the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Gang, I was making substitutions, folks. I've been on balling you all game, folks. I was making substitutions, folks.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins.
Shit, you might as well get over that shit, my boy.
One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Lakers trail by 13.
Shit, I mean, you got Shaq. Shit, you picked anybody else, it would have been different, but pick Shaq.
Bryant outside.
Every nigga I know that pick Shaq for they cheese that nigga, folks, because you can't stop him, folks. Can't no current to stop that nigga, folks.
6 on the shot
clock.
Over with. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, but you right though. I could have picked Bucks Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and I could have picked that team.
But makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
Paul for 3. Knocks down the long J. Paul's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Okay, Oscar Robertson, they might do it the ball.
Shots to take, especially when they're behind the arc.
Pass to Fisher. Here's Barry. Kicks it out to Bryant. The 15-footer. Here's O'Neal. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. He's got 12.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Paul, shot is off. Poke loose. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Bryant. Pass to O'Neal. And it's Jordan with the rebound. And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Odom. Shoots over Bryant. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Here he goes. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, I guess we could give him credit for not getting discouraged. They're still playing hard. He's doing his job out there.
Pass to Maggette. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Maggette's got 7 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Alec. Thanks. On the wing, Brian. Well, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Los Angeles leading by 13. .144 left in the third quarter. Here's Odom. And Los Angeles, another 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Lets it go from the wing, and that's off the glass and in. Paul's got 7
I'm
now
not
in this
sitting
quarter.
on center, bro. You
just gotta appreciate Paul's shot selection. Knows exactly when he should fire.
Bryant outside. Pass to Barry.
I'm everywhere you go, bro. You was lying.
Here's Fisher. He's scoreless. He drops it from range.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Paul looking it over. Can't hit the step back Jay. Lakers trail by 15. Pass to Ori. Back to O'Neal. And he banks in the layup. O'Neal's got 14 points for the game.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Left side, Paul. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Here's Jordan. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 13. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for...
You killing, for I ain't gonna lie, for you killing.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters.
Hey, buddy, you heard me, buddy? You killing.
Here's Harper. Pass to Leonard. The three ball. Knocks it down from distance.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least...
Okay! Knockout!
Man!
Wow. Not afraid at all to get physical. Jordan finds the shot. So essential for a big to be able to work through contact.
Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Clippers substitution, number 11.
Los Angeles leading by 18. George outside. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
The physicality
Damn, you
of
hacking
George.
this shit for
His
you
coaches
would.
and teammates encourage him to attack and draw contact.
That's good from George.
Paul George taking 2 shots.
George hits them both. Here's Fisher. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. That one's off. Still out of sync. And the Clippers with the ball. Leonard looking around. Kicks it to George. From the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's Barry. It's tipped. Leonard outside. From behind the arc. That won't go. Making him 7 for 10 now. Lakers trail by 20. Here's Fisher. On the wing, Jones. Paul George pulls it in.
Just dropped 21, 17 and 21 W/Giddy.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now.
Oh, yeah, I thought you was done playing with
The
them.
Lakers.
6 to shoot.
Talk to
Here's
my
George.
screen.
And that one's long. And it's Jones with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still.
Stop that.
Barry misses.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Nah.
And the jam by George.
What ball control from
They is
PG-13.
not no regular
This
team,
is
bro.
what
They
makes them
is
so
just
fun to watch.
It's a classic team, bro. Tweet.
To end the run. Fires in the triple.
Portland still hurt.
That much time to seam it up. Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
still
you're done.
out. Yeah.
Leonard on the wing. And he lobs it up top. Picked it out of
midair.
midair.
Them Portland injuries, though, man, I ain't gonna lie. They don't got no big man.
Here's Jones. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
It's clean and show ain't getting the job doing, folks.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Jones. He's all alone.
It's not doing it, my boy.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Harper misses.
Okay, getting a little creative with the crossover. Unfortunately, he couldn't capitalize.
And
they all know, like, they gonna add all the players back on the 19th and shit when the playoffs start. That's how they normally do it.
He got hammered.
They put the injury rosters on when the playoffs start.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next
so all the Wemby's families and all that shit gonna be back up on this shit.
Leading by 15. And that one's good. McAdoo.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Here's Barry. Pass to Fisher. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. George for 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And Los Angeles leads
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Just an absolute force on the glass. He was not going to be denied.
Time called here. The Lakers decide to talk it over.
Hey, cut.
58 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one.
Hey, fool.
So both teams making some changes here.
100 points point game. Eyes.
Now here's Fox.
That's going to be you, my boy. You're going to get that 100-point game.
54 seconds
Probably
left.
Could score 100 with a nigga, though, if I tried, though.
Here's Van Exel.
Paul's a pesky defender, no doubt about it.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
Low. Face with tears of joy.
Shit, if I wanted to, gang, I guarantee you I'll drop 100 with a
nigga. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just
with a regular team.
Run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
That's his first personal foul.
Yeah, I'm just
second team.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 4-3. Drains the triple.
Gang,
we've got 22 seconds left.
If I had Boston, I definitely would be doing that.
Bryant outside to halt the run. Driving in.
I mean,
defense from Jordan.
I mean, Porzingis can't stop Shaq, so shit.
Ball stolen.
You playing with Shaquille O'Neal and shit, then of course niggas ain't doing shit.
He's off on the first.
At the line for 2.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. The 3, George.
Goddamn.
Can't connect. So it's the Clippers.
GG, man. He should have just got up at it before this shit started. If you don't finish the whole game,
like
man.
That says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident.
Then they're going to get off up on that note. We came up on this bitch. How many points we scored? Since we've been up on here. Let me see. That's 3, 6, 8, 10.
You done?
Hell yeah. 109, the leaderboard point. Then why I'm at up on that shit? 94. I mean 91. I'm right behind your ass, right? You up there, my boy. You home for the. I see you.
Eyes.
I see you, my boy. You spanking shit this season, boy. I see you spanking shit. I was like 21st up on this bitch when I'm at up on this bitch. I'm still 21st. That nigga John right in front of me, dog. Back five. I think by the end of the season, by the end of the year, I'll be like probably in the top 10, probably. Maybe. That's a big maybe. So that's a big maybe. But like top 15 for sure, probably. That's still a maybe too, though. For them, that's still a maybe. But yeah, man, we off up on that note, man. Everybody be smooth. Y'all know how this shit go, man. We spank ass and
Worthy will
finish.
get there most definitely. 100 points.
I mean, I ain't grinding for it, but shit, that shit just gonna happen that way. I don't feel that shit gonna happen like that. I don't even be grinding for that leaderboard shit. I just be playing the
Victory
game.
hand, medium dark skin tone.
You know that, my boy. Be smooth. We'll be up on this bitch probably tonight, but for tomorrow for sure. But I might get back on tonight, though. It's a big chance I might get back on tonight because it's still early. So I might want to play 2K throughout the day. I'm in this bitch anyway up in the crib. I can't go nowhere. I can't do shit. Home for the.
Bet.
You know that.